Hi, welcome to SRS Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the main card of UFC 199 right now with Nick Kalikas from MMAOddsBreaker.com. Right now we're going to take a look at Urijah Faber and Dominick Cruz. This one has me scratching my head just a little bit, Nick Kalikas. Obviously, Faber looks like he's slowing down. His skills are diminishing. Cruz, obviously, it looks like he's aging a lot better than Faber. So Cruz should be the big favorite here. It's just hard to imagine a line this big, considering what a rivalry these guys have had, how much of an edge Faber at one point had over Dominick Cruz. The line right now I'm seeing is minus 550. Faber on the other side at plus 425. I'm not sure what to make of this line. Maybe it is justified. Where'd you open this line, Nick Kalikas?
Minus 600, plus 400.
Okay.
So it's staying ballpark. Margins have kind of tightened up a little bit. So it's pretty much been steady.
And where's the betting action been coming in? Because, I could see people making a case of saying that, Faber's obviously in a steep decline, but this is just overshooting how much of an edge Cruz has here. And I could see some action coming in on Faber.
There has been some action on Faber, but there's been some action on Cruz as well, surprisingly. I thought that line would probably make people hesitate and stay away from Cruz a little bit, but it's not. I mean, people are putting him in straights. Of course, they're putting him in parlays. So they are getting a little bit more straights on Faber, of course. Like you said, it's not really that surprising, but it's fairly even. The amounts of people that think Faber doesn't have a chance here and Cruz is the man, again, after he got his first comeback fight and he won the title and all that with the injuries and layoffs and all the stuff that he's had. So he did look okay against TJ Dillashaw. I think people are expecting even a better performance against somebody like Faber. So they are not hesitating to bet the juice on this. They're laying the chalk as well.
Yeah, and in your opinion, Faber's decline is for real. I mean, this is like, if he loses here, then he's probably on his way out in short order. Or do you think we might see, a surprising resurgence from him? Do you think he's definitely basically done?
I mean, this is huge. If he pulls off the upset, I think we will see a resurgence from him, obviously, because he's going to have that confidence. He's going to, kick things into a whole other gear, but he's going to have to pull off the upset to do so. If he loses, which I'm expecting him to probably do so, I don't think he's going to ever get another shot at the title. So this is his shot. I mean, if you think about it, both headliners here, I mean, Bisping, this is probably the one and only time he's going to get that shot. And then Faber, this is his last opportunity to get it as well. So both these guys need to step it up and get the job done now. I mean, they don't have much room left or much time left in the future to get it done. So yes, I do believe that this is his last chance, but I'm a little bit skeptical with Cruz. I'm not really quite sold that he's 100% back, and all the injuries and everything going on with him. There's no way I would lay the 600, honestly, or 550 or whatever, even 5-1. I opened it a tad high, but again, the public's train of thought. I mean, they disrespect fighters pretty often. And I think that in this case, there probably is a little bit of value in Faber because, I mean, looking back to their last fight, it wasn't a blowout. I mean, Faber was pretty competitive against Cruz. He was able to even have a little bit of success on the feet. So it's going to be a competitive fight. I don't think it's going to be Cruz just totally smoking Faber. I think he's going to make it interesting and maybe make a few rounds head scratchers type of fight. But ultimately, I do think that Cruz should outpoint Faber. Maybe we see a stoppage here because that decline spot, we just don't know when it's going to actually really happen or really show. So it could be a possibility there as well. But I do think that Cruz probably edges him out in a pretty competitive decision. So at plus 400, line's probably a little bit high because just with the rivalry, everything that comes into play here, you got to give Faber a little bit better chance than the odds are currently indicating.
Yeah, I mean, so far Cruz has weathered his injuries well, but it just seems like it's looming there, sort of like ready to pounce or show up or rear its ugly head at any moment unexpectedly. And just someone with that kind of injury profile in his history, it makes me very nervous to take him at this kind of a favorite line, right?
Absolutely, yep. So if anything, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a little bit of a drastic drop by fight day. I don't think we're going to see it climb up too much. I think if anything, the line's going to continue to get lowered a little bit, but it's going to be okay as far as the sportsbook handle goes because they're going to have a ton of parlay action on Cruz. I mean, a lot of the public bettors out there, more, I'm not trying to offend anybody that's putting them in a parlay, but more square action is definitely going to come in on Cruz with parlays.
Yeah.
So they're going to be pretty balanced regardless. Even if they do start getting hit and the line gradually drops a little bit, I think they'll still be in an okay spot here, which is what you want. I mean, honestly, I don't have much faith in Cruz these days. Urijah Faber isn't what he once was either. So this is, to me, it's a good fight, but I don't know. For me, I'm not really looking forward to this fight as much, to be honest with you.
And with all the uncertainties, and we don't know exactly how slow Faber will be. We don't know exactly how Cruz being as injury prone as we know he is. What do you think about a shot with the under 4.5 rounds at plus 190? I could see this one sort of unexpectedly ending early for a variety of reasons, and that's a big number. 4.5 rounds plus 190.
Plus 190, yeah. I would not go over. I wouldn't lay the juice over that. No way. There's just too many things that could happen in a 5-round fight. But you just mentioned it. I mean, with the injuries that obviously affect Cruz from time to time, with both of them getting a little bit older, with all the fight years they've had, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it ends inside, honestly. But I still think, I mean, my head tells me that it probably hits the scorecards. There'd be another competitive decision. But yeah, plus 190, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it's a dog or pass situation there for sure.
All right, Nick. Well, all things considered, I think I'm going to give that one as an official pick as well. Under 4.5 rounds, plus 190. I think I'll take a flyer with that myself. If you had to bet this fight, if you had to give a recommended bet, what would it be, Nick?
I would probably, I mean, if I had to bet it, I would probably put a small bet on Faber by decision because you're going to get even more value at that price. And if he wins, that's probably how he gets the job done, is on the scorecard. So Faber by decision might be worth a tiny flyer.
All right. Thanks, Nick.